As the wrestlers come into the ring for their dohyo iri, the ring entering ceremony, which of course is separate from the yokozuna dohyo iri. And here the highest ranked wrestler of this group comes in. It's the Ozeki Asashoryu. It's announced which stable he comes from and where he was born. One of a growing number of Mongolian wrestlers in the sumo in Japan. In fact, I read the other day there are something like 1,500 sumo practitioners in Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia. So there's a lot of interest amongst the youngsters over in Mongolia. They've got a lot of heroes they wish to emulate. So let's go to the first of our bouts on day 11. And it's Tochinonada against Kobo. Tochinonada had a bad start, 4 straight losses, then a long winning streak up to day 11. See if he can keep that winning streak going. Kobo comes out, leads with his left shoulder, but Tochinonada just locks in and drives him straight back and out with yorikiri. Comfortable win there for Tochinonada, a Maegashira 10. That's his 7th win. Looks set to do well by the end of this basho and jump up the Maegashira rankings. Robocop, as usual, exciting the crowd. He's against Tochinohana. These two only fought twice before, each has won once. Both around the same weight, about 140 kilos, but it's Tochinohana that leads with the head and drives him forward. Takamisakari receives the charge, but it's 2 hands on of Tochinohana that looks the deciding grip, and it's Tochinohana that gets it and forces Takamisakari over the edge with yorikiri. Well, Takamisakari's done pretty well so far. He's got 8 wins. That's already Kachikoshi by day 11. And that was the 5th win for Tochinohana. And he takes some Kenshokin, some prize money. Gojoro. He's been in the first came into the Makuuchi division in 1997. He's fought in total 13 Makuuchi bashos, so he spent quite a lot of time below this. In and out, had a number of injuries. There loses against Kotoryu, who's been in the Makuuchi division since 1996. Of course, their sumo career starts a good deal earlier than that, and they come in as in their mid-teens. If they follow the traditional route, if they come into a stable at around the 15, 16-year-old mark. Now, Tamanoshima, his name means the island of Tama, fights Korean Kasugao. Kasugao with 7 wins so far, not bad for his debut in this Makuuchi division. Well, he looks in tight. Kasugao's got the overarm grip there. Possibly trying one of those standing kime locks. Now hooks on the inside, traps the head of Tamanoshima. His legs hooked on the inside, loses it. Being forced to the edge, hanging on grimly. Tamanoshima trying hard, tries to straighten up, goes for the belly thrust. Tries again, but it's the neck again. Kasugao goes for, and there it is, spins him over. A little bit of a leg assist there by the look of it, but it's challenged. Well, they both fall down together, but it looked to me like Tamanoshima touched down first. So he said, that's the great Chiyonafuji there, now acting as a judge. He said Tamanoshima's hand touched down first, and the referee got it right, the Gyoji got it right. Gumbai Dori, Kasugao's win. That's 8th win and Kachikoshi. Very good start for this Korean Rikishi. Tamarikido from Meiji University Amateur Sumo Club. Came into Pro Sumo in 2001. Came into Pro Sumo in 1997, then got in the Makuuchi division in 2001. Shimotori, also an ex-amateur champion. Shimotori there, who gets his knee behind Tamarikido and then forces him out with a little bit of stomach pushing. 6th win for Shimotori, 6th loss for Tamarikido. Well, look-alike, Toki look-alike, Takanotsuru having a good stretch there before he chucks his salt into the ring. He's had 65 basho since he started sumo in 1992. Kokushuzan teetering on the edge there, had his toes right on the edge, and there he is again. He's just hanging on, and he manages to spin Takanotsuru over. So Takanotsuru getting carried away a bit there. Seemed to have Kyokushuzan on the run, but it was not to be. Kyokushuzan there taking his 5th win. Takanotsuru already with 8 wins. Well, that looks like the K1 fighter, if I'm not mistaken. Now, next out, we have Aminishiki. And he'll be fighting Wakanoyama. Well, Aminishiki, lightest wrestler in this Makuuchi division. Wakanoyama, 160 kilos, looks bigger. Wakanoyama comes out low, as always, leads with his head, locks on tight with the belt. And Aminishiki not given much of a chance to prance around the ring, as he tends to do. Likes to use some space, grab the arms and twirl around, as he did against Takanohana when he beat him on day 8. So Wakanoyama there, taking his 5th win. Akinoshima against Toki. These two have fought 14 times, each has won 7. Evenly spaced, though Akinoshima's not having a good basho this time. Neither is Toki, if it comes to that. Toki with 1 win, Akinoshima with 2 wins only at this 11th stage of the basho. Well, it looks like they can't make up their mind what to do there. They're leaning into each other's heads, but they're not really slapping each other very much. Now Toki, they're trying a few slap downs, but eventually locks on tight and squashes Akinoshima down. Like a nasty fall there. Akinoshima went face down and Toki landed on top of him. 2nd win for Toki, 9th loss for Akinoshima. So that was officially known as the kotenage, the forearm throw. Mongolian Kyokutenho fights Dejima. They fought 7 times previously. Dejima's won 4. Dejima, one of the leaders, got 9 wins and 1 loss. Dejima comes out hard and fast and dives forward. Quite often does that huge dive at the edge. He aims to stay in the air as long as possible. That's what they call in sumo nokori. Nokoro means to stay in. Well, if you're in the air, even if you cross the line, you're still in. It's only when you touch down outside that you lose. So he's quite good at these huge dives. Dejima takes his 10th win. It's the man who's up with him. But Asashiru's got to win his next one out to stay up there. Tosanoumi, 162 kilos. Kotonowaka, 175. Kotonowaka's got his wife and 4-year-old son watching, has been watching since about day 10. So hopefully a few wins will serve as a kind of present for his son. Well, not too much of a head-banging start there. Kotonowaka, though, known as Mr. 1 Minute, slow wrestler, has long bouts, but it's the overarm grip there that does it. Locks over Tosanoumi's arm and forces him down and out with uwatenage. 5th win for Kotonowaka. Previous basho he did much better, had 10 wins and 5 losses. unlikely to get close to that this time round. Now Wakanosato, Tokitsuumi. They fought 6 times previously. Wakanosato's won 5 of them. Wakanosato's got the power. Tokitsuumi, more of a technician. It's about 25 kilos weight difference between them. Now you see the power of Wakanosato. He's trying to lift Tokitsuumi up. Of course, if you try to lift somebody who's trying to lift you, the weight increases. But it's eventually an overarm grip that Wakanosato changes to. And the referee gives it to Wakanosato, but one of the judges challenges it. Well, let's just see. Yes, certainly there it was Tokitsuumi who touched down with his hand. So they uphold the referee's call. Wakanosato takes that one, 9th win for him. Already 2 wins better than his previous basho, which was 7 wins and 8 losses. Looking pleased with himself there as he takes a little bit of money. Hokutoriki, from a stable run by the great Hokutorumi. Very rough and tough yokozuna. 15 years ago. So Hokutoriki against Koromitsuki. They fought twice before. Koromitsuki's won twice. And that's the 3rd time for him. And it wasn't that many bashos ago that Koromitsuki had his jaw broken. Then he had some metal implanted in it. Now seems to be perfectly all right. He's taking a lot of blows to his face, as is usual in sumo. 7th win for him, 7th loss for Hokutoriki. Well, that's Asashoryu coming out for his bout against Iwakiyama in a few minutes. Takanowaka, 6 wins against Takanonami. They fought 6 times previously. Takanonami's won 4 of them. Now Takanonami jumps the gun there. Quite a lot of debate going on about some of these tachi-eyes. Kinoshima thinks that the enforced style of tachi-eye is leading to too many injuries because they tend to go for the body slams. Well, it's Takanowaka. We're doing all the going here, driving Takanonami around, but he's a skillful wrestler. Tries some sides, some big harite there, some big slaps to the face. And it's that Morozashi 2-arm hold of Takanowaka's that comes through. He really put some effort into that, rocking the big man. Very tall wrestler, Takanonami, from side to side, and eventually forces him over the edge. Well, there's that K1 fighter again, Bob Sapp. He's watching, getting more excitement from the crowd than the sumo. Kai-ho. Well, he's put on a bit of weight recently. He's up to 128 kilos. No longer the lightest wrestler in the Makuuchi division. Against Musoyama. Fought him 6 times. Only won twice. That's another loss. 5 wins now for Musoyama against Kai-ho. So that's the 5th win for Musoyama in this basho. Asashoryu, when he lost to Kai-ho, that's his only loss. In fact, they trained with each other quite a bit when Kai-ho went to his stable for training. Beat Asashoryu twice in training. Okay, now Asashoryu against Iwakiyama. Asashoryu with calf and shoulder injuries. Will he keep his lead up with Dejima? Or will he slip behind? Didn't look too secure in his previous bout against Kotonowaka. Obviously protecting his leg. Used to have never fought. Iwakiyama 170 kilos, Asashoryu some 35 kilos lighter. I want to see what this Mongolian fighting spirit's like. Comes out, doesn't yield, goes straight for it, grabs the leg. So that's a mark of his, very good at tapping those legs. And then drops down as he forces the much bigger man over the edge. It's Quite a feature of Mongolian sumo, which of course they do. It's one of their traditional wrestling styles. Not the same rules, it has to be said. Is tapping the legs. Seen it quite a bit from Mongolian amateurs and Mongolian pro wrestlers. So that's 10 wins and 1 loss for Asahi Shoryu, and that keeps him up with Dejima. And let's watch this bout again. Comes out fairly fast, sticks immediately. Arm goes on the inside, then he goes for the leg. There we see the leg, almost takes the Wakayama backwards. Then he takes that very deep grip again. We've seen him make that move before, the very deep grip, and then going for the leg. You can see the amount of press interest that the Mongolian gets, but stay with us. We'll be back very shortly.